Hey guys, it's Rich, aka DeathMonkeyXL, and here we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to set up a raid scene with Stream Deck using OBS. And if you don't know, Stream Deck is a little device by Elgato, who makes capture cards and this green screen that is behind me. What it does is it allows you to set up multiple scenes with pretty much anything that's used for streaming, slobs, Streamlabs, OBS, Mixer, you have Twitch commands, all that stuff is in here. And it's a pretty handy device. I may even say it's a good device to have for streaming. You can do a lot of this stuff without Stream Deck, but for what I'm going to show you, Stream Deck is definitely recommended. So we're also going to do a quick tutorial with something you could probably do without Stream Deck. We're going to actually make a raid scene on the stream here on this video. So we'll see how that all put together. But it won't be one that you would need to use your Stream Deck for. So first, let's go into the raid scene real quick, huh? So that was the raid scene. I have it set up in a different collection, which is something I can show you here. If you look here on your scene collections, I have a different collection set up here. So it didn't go off quite 100% as it normally is supposed to. So I just found that you can actually switch in between collections today. This is my main stuff where I have everything going on right here. I have all of my informations. And right now we are working from a different collection altogether, which is this one right here. So I didn't know that I actually do that, which is pretty cool. So looking at the Stream Deck here, I closed it. Looking at the Stream Deck over here, let me move myself out of the way so you can see it, or just move this over. Over here is all of your buttons, right? So everything you see here is a button on your Stream Deck. I have it in a different folder. You can make folders, and then these are different scenes. To make a raid scene like the one you just saw, what you want to do is have a multi-action. And what that is a button that will create multiple actions to happen at the same time, or when you want them to in order, with a delay in between. So you right click on the empty space, you hit create multi-action, you can name it, and it'll tell you how many actions are in here. Mine has 35 actions in that particular raid scene. So you can see it's going to take a little bit of time. And you just want to drag your scenes, like what scene you're switching to, and then from here in your Stream Deck area, you hit delay, and then for every 1,000 milliseconds is equals to 1 second. So you have to keep going back and forth, see how long you want the action to happen on your raid scene before it activates the next action. So if you wanted to come on, go to the scene, wait 2 seconds, then it turns on the camera, you can do it like that, or vice versa. How my scene does is it's turning on the camera, then it turns off the camera and switches scenes, turn on the camera, turn off the camera, switches, well, it turns off another source. So this source is coming on and off. And that's how you get that one effect like I have. So if you go back to my main screen here, well, we'll hold off for a second. I want to show you this here. If you look here, you'll see, let's blow this up a little bigger for you. Blow this up a little bit bigger. We'll move myself over to the side. So if you see, I have switched to raid scene 2. Then it goes, so we can make it bigger. Then it goes to activate the song that's playing in the background, activate scene 1, activate source 1, which is the camera. Then there's a delay of 4 seconds in between that first break of that, and then it goes on, turns off the camera, activates the other camera. There's like a delay in between when it turns off and activates the camera on its own. So I put a delay there so the scene tries to come on at the same time that the camera is activated. And then we activate the next scene and have it going back and forth like that all the way into the end, in which I just deactivate all of the sources that are on that raid scene, and I switch back to my gameplay scene, which is the scene I'm normally going to be coming from a raid, which is your main screen. So it's whatever my main screen is, it switches back to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together a little boy on the spot. Let's transform this boy so it's on the screen clear so we can see it all. We're going to make a quick raid scene a different way on this screen that we're on now. So if you didn't know, and I'm going to pull this over here to the side so you can see it a bit better. Let me blow this up some. So down here you have your scenes. So you can actually make scenes as a source. So if I just we'll duplicate this scene, and then we'll just remove this display capture here. That way you don't have to worry about cropping anything out. So you take this scene here, click the plus button, add scene. If I add scene 2, it's on top. Where's it at? It's on top of me. All right, shrink it down so you can see. As you can see, both cameras are actually activated at the same time on this. It's like it's the one camera, but you don't have to like deactivate or have 2 separate cameras doing something. Each scene has its own transition and filters that you can add to it. So you see, I click scene, for right click it, I'm going to click it here, hit filter. I can add a scroll filter to it, and I can make that one particular scene just scroll across the whole, scroll on its own by itself. You just think of the things you can do with that. If you see everybody having their dance scenes going off and things like that, that's pretty much what they're doing, is they have multiple scenes going across the screen. So I said we were going to go ahead and make a scene, a raid scene, live here on this video while I was recording. So let's go ahead and do that. There may be some editing for time purposes, but we'll make it work. All right, so fit the screen, hit the minus there. We're gonna open up our, find this video that we want to have. What is it called? We have some images, and we don't have a song, so I don't know how we'll do that. We can download a song or use a quick song. Yeah, I have a song. All right, we're gonna do clouds, I think, since that doesn't want to be transparent, but this does. So we have our transparent clouds, as you can see here. We're gonna take ourselves, we're gonna put ourselves in the cloud. Now this is our scene. Now this is our scene that we're going to be transporting over to the next scene. Us in this cloud. All right, I'm moving over a little bit more. I think I'm good here. Yeah. All right. So let's see, I can make this. See, fit the screen. Get bigger. I can make myself bigger. Let's try it out. Let's try to see what happens. Ooh. Yes. Bam. All right. Here we go. The clouds are kind of off the scene, though. I want them to all be on the scene, so we can make those smaller again. And we'll just shrink myself again for the umpteenth time. All right. So there's this scene. You see we're floating in some clouds here. Boop. Go back here to our main scene. We also want to get some music. SoundCloud plug right here. SoundCloud plug / RB. Dang, I don't want to sign in though. No, I do. What is it? I'll tell you where it's on. Is it at this? All right, so we got our sound, our song, Dragonflies versus Bees. We're gonna go ahead and put this audio source in here, media source. So when you have your media source in here, I'm gonna show you this. You put in a media source while we're here. You see it's playing in the background. I'm gonna turn it down because it's kind of loud. You want to make sure that the monitoring port is monitor only, mute output, and that'll go into your desktop audio. So you should be able to hear it there. So that's gonna be our song. Turn that off right now for now. It's gonna be our song. We got our scene 2. And what else we need? We need a background video. So type in, make sure you guys can see this because I got a lot of stuff going on back here. All right, so we're gonna type in royalty free video background animations. Yeah, all looks good. Royalty free video background animations. What we got here? I don't really need to have music. We can mute that. Let's see. We want something more epic, right? That's kind of cool though, huh? Let's do Galaxy. All right, so this is good. We're gonna share. We're gonna copy this here. So easy way you want to download your videos is online video converter. It's kind of where I go to do some free online video converting. You can convert a video link and YouTube MP4 video format. Source, media source, just put a media source too. You can name it. It makes it a lot easier to name things. Hey guys, I had to film this part so the camera angle is a little bit different because the lighting and everything like that has changed. But if you look and see, I had to, when I put the media source in, the volume was on, unmute, it was turned up so you can still hear it over everything. So when you put the media source in, if it has a volume, if it has sound in it, just make sure you mute that. And then you can click on the little gear icon and hit hide to hide it out of the way because you don't need to see any of that. Right there. You just heard the mic fuzz because I touched it with my hands. Got so much energy, raw power. All right, so what we're doing is we're creating a scene here, and I'm gonna put like some of these scenes in place so you can see. You want to take your scene 2 where we got our floaty cloud at boy. You want to duplicate this. We'll name it scene 3. This will be our back scene. In this particular scene, you don't want to transform your camera or anything like that because these things will change. Like it'll change the actual camera everywhere else. Let me see if you can flip it around here. We might have to do it in the actual. Yeah, we'll have to do it in the actual thing. All right, so we're gonna not do anything with these right now, but we just have them here, scene 2 and scene 3. We'll go back to scene 1. So we have scene 2 and scene 3 here that we duplicated. We're gonna leave ourselves here so we can see what's going on the screen. First, we're gonna put in our scene 2, and what you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and select scene in your sources and add an existing scene, which will be scene 2. And as you can see, there's another version, a little mini version of me here floating. We can move it around. We're gonna make him a little bit smaller, like so. Maybe a little smaller than that. We're gonna put probably a few of these here, and we want to duplicate this scene, copy and paste it. When you paste it as a reference. A reference means it retains the properties of the original copy. Duplicates, you can change the properties and there'll be individual changes made to each scene. So like this is a reference of scene 2. If I change this scene 2 down here, all of these other scene 2s should pretty much change in theory. It's been a minute since I messed with references. And a duplicate is just the exact copy, but you can change it separately. So I could change this scene 2 separately from this scene 2. They don't affect each other how they're changed. So now that we duplicated it, we can move this over. Kind of want the edges to kind of touch a little bit. So wherever this edge is at, it kind of snapped into place, which was nice. Where's that edge at? So we've got these edges here. And then we're going to drag in scene 3. Or we're going to add it in. We're not going to drag it in. Add scene 3. We're going to put this behind our camera, so it's actually going to be behind my head. And we're going to take scene 3. Oops, it's wrong scene. Take scene 3. Well, let's put it in front of the camera so we can see what we're doing with it first. And we're going to change the size of that. About the same size. Hopefully that was scene 3 I moved. Alright, so this is going to be behind our head when we move it down. But right now it's in front so we can see it. We're going to move this up here. And we want to change the, we want to flip it horizontal because we want it to go the other way. Like that. Yeah. Alright, so now we want to duplicate this as a reference. Copy and paste it as a reference. We're going to move it behind our camera. I'm going to paste the reference. Move behind the camera. And we're going to paste another reference. Move that one underneath our camera. Smooth these over so they kind of snap in place. Alright, so there's that. We got our pieces in motion. You see it's all floating around here like this. And then we're going to go ahead and take our main camera and move it back to the center. See, we're here in the center. I can't move it up. I could move it up. Let's move it up. Why not? And can I make it larger? Let's make it larger. Can only go so far with the size. Alright, so that's that. We're going to get rid of this, close down this display capture, and open up our media source so we can see that in the background. And kind of move how we want that to be. Media source. I locked it. So let's move it over here, but let's make it a little bit bigger. Alright, so now that we have that going on, we want to put scrolling filters on our scene 3s. We're going to have them moving one way. We're going to have our scene 2s moving the other way. As you see, I put, I made them as references so they're all getting the same effect of moving, the same speeds. Now, when we have our music going on, media source, raid scene, raid hype, raid hype, raid hype, raid hype, raid hype. So yeah, that's it. That's how you set your scene up. You can set your a keybind up on your keypad or whatever you want to do for OBS and have that come through as your rate scene, just press a button, it'll switch to this scene. I can show you that now. So we were in our main scene. Let's go back to our main. So we're in our main scene. As I showed you earlier, you can go and do the other stuff on the other way. Hit your button on your Stream Deck, or you hit your button on your keyboard or whatever you have set up to do it, mouse click, whatever you can set up in your settings to do this. And now, ready to go. Ready to go. Alright guys, so that's it. That's all the free tutorials for setting up your raid scenes and Streamlabs OBS and Stream Deck and regular OBS. If you have any questions below, please leave them in the comment section. If you have any comments, if this is useful to you, please let me know. If you would like to see more, let me know. Hit the like button if you liked it, the dislike button if you disliked it. If it was not helpful to you at all, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.